So, I... It was a very tough situation. I really didn't know if I was gonna have to kill him or not. You know? It was... I just didn't know if I could bring that hammer down. Very tough decision.
Yeah, it was a really tough time. I wasn't sure if I'd make it through.
Hello, people of the internet. My name is Hunter Corvin, and welcome to the Unnamed Pseudo Rant Show, where I rant about things you don't give a shit about. Today, we're going to be talking about US reality TV. But before we can start, we have to know what a reality TV show even is. According to Collins Dictionary, and I quote here, reality TV is a type of television programming which aims to show how ordinary people behave in everyday life or in situations often created by the program markers which are intended to represent everyday life. But this genre can take a few liberties with what reality TV can mean, with shows such as Duck Dynasty, Dancing with the Stars, Storage Wars, Here Comes Honey Boo Boo, and Mythbusters. Wait, Mythbusters? No, really. Mythbusters is apparently a reality TV show. As you can see, even shows with highly controlled environments and testing can be considered reality TV. Hunter! Why does that have to do with anything being bad? I'm glad you asked, random internet commenter, because these shows are far worse than just being poorly made television. But before I get into talking about why these shows are harmful, I'm going to go through a very small list of examples of reality TV. So, full disclosure, I am not a TV person. I have stopped watching it entirely. I don't even pay for cable. The only programs I watch are through Netflix, Hulu, and that is where these examples come from. With the exception of one, I had to go on their official website to watch it. I think you'll know which one I'm talking about. Because it's stupid. America's Got Talent is an American talent show, if the name didn't tell you that already. I'm starting off with this one because it is the least offensive. The premise is fine. You got a talent, you go to their auditions. They say yay or nay, and you're on the show. Simple and easy. My gripes with this show are completely just me. Mostly. And even then, there isn't really too much to criticize. So let's start with the judges. With AGT, you have 4 judges and a host. The current judges being Howie Mandel, Melanie Brown, Heidi Klum, and Simon Cowell. With the current host, Tyra Banks. Oh shit. Oh. The judges watch over the show and they decide if they like it or not. If they like it, they just shut up and watch it. If not, they wait for this. Press a button! They press their button, a buzzer sounds, which overshadows the show, throwing off the hard work and concentration whoever is on stage. Hunter! The buzzer's part of the game! They're supposed to be able to keep their cool in the face of adversity! Shut the fuck up. The people who are on stage work their ass off on this act to perform in front of 5 assholes and millions of people watching. And you can't tell me they can't just turn down the volume just a little? Or off entirely? The bright deep red X in front and above them is more than enough to let them know that Simon doesn't like their act. Alright, so you know how the show works. People get eliminated and move up the ranks until they win. My problem being the annoying judges. They are unlikable, uncharismatic, and cardboard cutouts of each other, with very slight differences between them, with Simon being the hard to impress one. And of course, there's Tyra Banks. Tyra Banks is a total bitch and a horrible pick for your host.
But I guess they figured that out!
You know what? How dare you? You don't know me! You have no idea where I come from, where I've been, how long I've been there, what I had to do to get from where I was to where I am now!
Tyra is self-centered, loud, narcissistic, and just plain annoying. Take this clip for example.
She has graced the pages of Sports Illustrated in 2003 at the tender age of 18 years old. And she's been in the SI swimsuit issue nearly every year since and is taking the modeling industry by storm. Is Jessica White. Come on out here.
This was taken from the Tyra Banks show back in 2007 when model Jessica White was invited on. Jessica just had done a cover for Sports Illustrated, which is a big deal for any model. But looking in the background, Tyra has pictures of herself up on the screen. Narcissism and arrogance at its finest. Spaces. I have to get off Tyra. She and herself is a whole nother video. In conclusion, AGT is just fine, but the people who run it are obnoxious and annoying. We go from not horrible to just plain unbearable. Big Brother may just be the worst thing of, well, anything. The premise is stupid. The actors, yes, actors, are terrible. And the people who watch this and follow it like a religion are just plain dumb. I bet you that no one who watches this show can even tell you why it is called Big Brother, let alone the idiots who contest within this video audio product. Of course, if you're watching this and you decide to look it up and pretend you knew all along and leave a hateful comment underneath the boxes that this video is playing in, okay, so the premise is that they find a large group of beautiful people and they compete in challenges until they are eventually voted out of the house. And the last person standing gets $500,000. But that's not all. You can tune in anytime and watch the live feed so you can watch all the drama.
Yeah, I like that one. Can you guys play the health notes on just to wake us up?
Yeah, drama. The editing in this show is some of the worst I've ever seen.
You talking about Big Brother?
Yeah, it sucks.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go back upstairs.
Baby, wait.
Yeah?
Would you like to say anything about it?
Fuck out of my way, you loser.
Okay, so Big Brother. Let me start off by saying that I actually like Big Brother. My first rant about Big Brother for this season anyway is the stupid nicknames that the players have, like Swaggy C and Rockstar. Swaggy C is a self-given nickname, which, in my opinion, the only person that should be giving you nicknames is anyone but you. It's dumb. And Rockstar has a dumb nickname because she looks like a fucking hippie. Like, she doesn't look like a fucking rock star. Actual rock stars look like this.
Gotta get away, holy diver,
yeah. And it's one thing for the house guests to call other players by their nicknames, like Bailey calling Chris Swaggy C, which Chris is his actual name, but Julie Chen calling them by their nicknames is very irritating to me. Like, when Chris got evicted, she's like, by a vote of 8-4, Swaggy, you are evicted from the Big Brother house. You're just playing into their idiotness. And Chris knew Bailey for all of 23 days before he got evicted, and then he spent the next 70-some days with her parents. And then on the finale night, spoiler alert, they got engaged. I'm not one to trash short relationships. I feel like the relationship between Chris and Bailey's dad would have a better chance of surviving than a marriage between Bailey and Chris. Because 23 days, in my opinion, isn't enough time to get to know someone. My fiance and I have been together for over 3 years, nearly 4, and I still feel like I'm learning something new about him every day. So If you honestly think that after 23 days of being with someone that you know everything that you need to know about them to be able to make that lifelong commitment, I mean, kudos to you, but I don't see it lasting. Overall, this season of Big Brother was just kind of trash. And it's becoming more of an emotional show where people are voting based on their emotions and based on their problems with the final two. They're not thinking, oh, let's vote for the person who played the best game. Let's vote for the person who won the most competitions, who played the best social game, who made friends with everyone in here, but still managed to get their way to the end while pissing people off. No, they're like, oh, you voted me out, so I'm mad at you, so I'm not voting for you. Okay, well, everyone has a part in everyone getting voted out. Because each week, every person votes for who goes home. It's not just up to one person who goes home. It's up to every house guest. So if you're going to be pissed at anybody, be pissed at everybody, not just one person, seeing as they were the head of household, they were the one that put you up. That's the end of my rant. Okay, can I have it back now?
Perfect. Thanks, love. The editing in this show is some of the worst I've ever seen. Constant cuts, needless sound effects, disgusting music, and narration that makes me want to bite a fucking bullet. They treat you like an idiot. According to them, you cannot think for yourself. They constantly need to repeat themselves because we're goldfish with 2-second fucking memory spans. On top of that, they're without a doubt the worst with the weird diary room segments, talking to the audience about what is happening after it already happened. For example, here's a clip of the most recent season.
I told Casey that I would throw the first part of the HOH to her, but I need to decide if it's best for my game to be throwing anything right now.
Even though I have a final 2 with Tyler, we all know that if I didn't win that last HOH competition, I would be in the jury house right now. So I have to win this.
Feel the burn. Tyler and I have a plan. I win part 1, he wins part 2, then we meet up at part 3 and see who wins.
Now I can understand if they would just take 2 to 3 minutes after the event for the challengers to explain what was going on through their heads. But no. We Americans are just too stupid. Our attention spans cannot handle all that. We have to have every ounce of information spoon-fed to us like an infant. In all this rambling and bitching, I completely forgot to tell you that this show has a host. Yes, Julie Chen. Wait, who? Hold up. Oh, her. Right, I've seen her before. In The Talk. Oh, wait. She left. Julie Chen, I have nothing personal against her. I honestly can't even tell if she's attractive or not. But her voice just does seem off to me.
Athlete and all muscle.
Once again, I can go on forever about this terrible fucking show. But my closing line on this to anyone and everyone who is involved in this audio-visual product.
What are you doing?
I'm sorry.
Do not be sorry. Be better.
Okay, so before I start on Kitchen Nightmares, I have to admit something. Anything and everything with Gordon Ramsay, I love. I've binged this show countless times, even though it's bad, but Gordon is such a goddamn heartthrob. Gordon, if for any reason you happen to see this, hit me up. I want to take you out on the town, maybe see a movie, treat you right. And then we're going to end the night with a home-cooked meal, just to have you tear it apart and compare me to literal shit.
Oh, fuck off you fat, useless sack of fucking Yankee-danky doodle shite. Fuck off, will you please, yeah?
Okay, enough with that. Kitchen Nightmares is a bad show. The best that can be said about it is the premise, and Gordon himself. Gordon goes from state to state here in the US and helps struggling restaurants. It is all very formulaic. The restaurant is introduced via the gross-sounding narrator.
Thoroughly disgusted with lunch.
Fucking hell, that's gross.
Chef Ramsay wants to meet the chefs responsible for this supposed authentic Irish cuisine.
The manager/employees explain what they think is wrong. Gordon comes in, eats their food, and tears it apart because it almost always tastes like shit. He meets the staff, then examines the restaurant during their dinner service, or busiest hour. He inspects the restaurant for flaws, identifies the problems, and confronts the owners/managers. Staff meeting, revamped the menu with a brand new look for the restaurant. Next dinner service, happily ever after. This is how about 80% of the episodes go on, all while being over-edited to hell. You can argue that it is more intrusive editing than Big Brother, but these are bad only when you notice, unlike BB. Every time there's a reaction shot or cut, there's a dramatic sting. Every time, without fail. Not to mention the bad music playing non-stop in the background.
People's are rubbery, bland, and just pretty solid. Almost like a golf ball.
This show also has the dramatic talk to the camera moments, but the show is recorded months in advance to when it would be aired, so it's more excusable. That does not mean it is any less annoying. They can complain about a problem just to have it resolve, and immediately in the same take, the editing can also be misleading. For example,
coming up.
Here we go.
When the doors are open for service,
they sabotaged it. Okay.
Unbelievably, one cook in the kitchen,
Get out of here, right now. Chill out with the drama.
threatens to ruin the restaurant's relaunch.
Get out of here.
oh shit! There's gonna be a huge fight coming up, damn!
Matt, that's overcooked. I know you don't care, but I do. And you're supposed to be working hard tonight to help get this place turned around. Why are you now trying to sabotage it? Matt, you seriously want to me over right now? Who? Why are you being a piece of for that? Why would you up service tonight? You're making me look like Chill out with the drama. What you say? I said chill out with the drama. Get out of here right now. Get the out right now. You know what? What'd you say? Get out of here. All right, fine. It's cool if you're gonna be serious like that. Matt, see ya. Let's continue working, please.
This is my kitchen, and we're moving forward. And if somebody becomes an obstacle or a speed bump, they're gone. We have no more tolerance for that.
Hey, boy.
Oh. That was not what I was thinking. If the editing was toned down, if Gordon would narrate, while toning down how much narration there is, this show would honestly be amazing. Gordon is an asshole in all the right ways, his charisma is amazing. If this show was hosted by anyone else, it wouldn't work, but this show has something that none of the others on this list has. You can have it playing in the background. And there you go. Wait, what? Oh, hold up. Sketch just hit me up. What? There's a UK version of Kitchen Nightmares? It can't be any better, right? I mean, UK television is under-edited and pretty damn boring. But it says Gordon Ramsay. Hold up, guys. I'm gonna give this a try. Be right back.
6 hours later.
Guys, Kitchen Nightmares UK is actually awesome. I mean, it's not amazing, but it's so much better. It does feel bland in comparison, but due to lack of unnecessary editing, you can actually become invested in the show. Gordon is more restrained here, but he puts in just as much heart, if not more. Locations are more varied. Gordon even narrates. Well done. Side note, I'm sure ours is more edited because we are Americans and have short attention spans, and we need loud stings to keep our attention. My God, the time has come. I am not a religious man, but there is something I have to do. had sinned. I watched 4 seasons. Please have mercy on my soul. This was without a doubt the hardest thing I've had to do in my life, including asking the love of my life to marry me. This hurt me. Physically.
Hunter? You okay, bud? Hunter?
Hunter? Oh my god. You fucking didn't. Hunter? Hunter! Where you at, man? Oh god. Hunter? Hunter! You in here, buddy? Hunter? Hunter? You okay, man? You okay, buddy?
Run away, Queen! Queen, run away! This is too much, Queen! We can't deal with this, Queen! What are you talking about? It's too much! Queen! We can't handle it, Queen! It's too much! Get out of here while you still can! What you say? Oh, that you only meant well, 'cause you did. What you say? What you say? Oh, that you only meant well. What you say? Oh, that you. What you say? Oh, that.
But Hunter, you're just exaggerating!
Am I? Keeping Up with the Kardashians is, without a doubt, the epitome of everything that is wrong and bad about reality TV. And within this segment, I will have my reasons of why these shows are harmful. So Keeping Up with the Kardashians is exactly what the name says. It's just the glamorous life of the Kardashian/Jenner family. Everything about this show is awful. The music, the cinematography, the audio, the lighting, the stories. Everything just makes you want to tear your fucking eyes out. Many of the situations are set up, if you couldn't tell from the Kardashian level of acting.
Hey Kim, what are you doing? So I just got a call from Tyra Banks people, and they want you to go on the Tyra Banks show.
You want me to go on Tyra?
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. I love Tyra.
I know. How cool would that be? There's just one little catch.
What?
You'd have to talk about the tape. One of the things that Tyra's going to want to talk about is the sex tape. When I first heard about Kim's tape, as her mother, I wanted to kill her. But as her manager, I knew that I had a job to do, and I really just wanted her to move past it.
I am so baffled by this show. The Kardashian-Jenner family is quite literally dumb. Not in a way that you even want to make fun of. Sure, we all poke fun at the people who are famous for being famous, but when you actually sit down and watch their life, you realize there is actually something mentally wrong with them. They need help. And you know who I blame for this? Who could have put their foot down and said, no, we're not gonna be like this, we're gonna be a respectful and normal family and not a bunch of stupid plastic bitches? Kris Kardashian. Sorry, Jenner. I don't think it's a secret that the Kardashian fame began back in 1994 with the O.J. Simpson trial. In case you didn't know, O.J. Simpson was on trial for murder, and his old friend Rob Kardashian, no, not that one, was a lawyer who renewed his license to help his friend in trial. Due to the huge amount of publicity on this case, the lawyers of O.J.'s dream team were just as famous as O.J. himself. Due to this, nothing was off limits, non-stop paparazzi in their personal lives, including Kris and the children, therefore engraving the base of a celebrity life in their noggins. At this point, Kris easily could have been a good parent and distanced the family from Rob and the trial. The same could have been said for Rob, but unlike Kris, Rob was directly involved with the trial. But nope, considering her demeanor in everyday life, it is not unlikely to believe that she was in love with the attention, hiding behind emotional turmoil excuse. Hold on, I need a second. Alright, sorry, I just need to let out some of that frustration. Chris, you are a horrible mother. I'm gonna move on here to the reasons that these shows are harmful. Horrible role models. These girls are just horrible. They have unrealistic standards of beauty, terrible conflict resolutions, and unhealthy relationships. Are these the people that we want to be like? Are these the people you want your children watching and saying, I want to be like her? It's fucking ridiculous. They set unrealistic expectations of reality, selfish behavior, and worst of all, they're just fucking dumb. So I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who helped me make this video. I had a blast to make it, and I think it was a very strong first video. I'm sure there were some cringy parts in there, but I just wanted to thank you for making it to the end. And if you like this content, please consider hitting that subscribe button and leaving a hurtful comment down below about how I'm just a hater. They really help improve my life.